Therefore, welcome one another as Christ has welcomed you for the glory of God. We
We
deem
deem
it
it
to
to
be
be
our
our
privilege
privilege
to stand before you and welcome all the dignitaries present today for our annual day, DESAFIO 6.0.
In this pleasant evening, it is our privilege to welcome the president of the function, Reverend Dr. Benny Kootenal, the Provincial of MSFS Southwest India Province, who is well known for his religious, academic, and intellectual achievements. Dr. Benny Kootenal has exerted decisive influence in forming many conferers of the Congregation of Missionaries of St. Francis de Sales. He had a secular and religious education in Kerala, Bangalore, and Freiburg in Germany. He did his master's in theology from St. Peter's Pontifical Institute, Bangalore. He has secured a doctoral degree in Eucharist from the University of Freiburg, Germany. He was ordained as a priest in the year 1995. In 2005, he was appointed as the Assistant Director and the Dean of Studies at the Indian Institute of Spirituality. In 2009, he became the Director of the Indian Institute of Spirituality and the Chief Editor of the Indian Journal of Spirituality. In 2010, he was appointed as the Manager of SFS Publications. He was elevated to the post of the Provincial of MSFS Congregation in 2016. He has been a Professor of Theology at St. Peter's Pontifical Institute, Indian Institute of Spirituality, Tejas Vidya Peeth, and Anugrah Spirituality Institute. He has more than 10 research articles to his credit. His consent to grace this occasion as the President is our good fortune. On behalf of the management, staff, and students, we would like to extend to you, dear Father, a very hearty welcome.
People do not decide to become extraordinary, they decide to accomplish extraordinary things. It is an honor to welcome to this guest gathering an extraordinary person who has agreed to be our chief guest, Mr. Lakshmi Narayana IAS. Mr. Lakshmi Narayana has completed his education from the renowned St. Joseph's College. In his illustrious career, he has worked in diverse areas from being Deputy Commissioner of Shimoga and Gulbarga districts to Commissioner of Agriculture Marketing, Housing, Transport, BBMP, Additional C Secretary PWD, Principal Secretary of Medical Education Department and Social Welfare Department, and many others. He was an advisor to the Chief Minister of Karnataka. He is currently holding charge as the director of B.R. Ambedkar School of Economics. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, to our annual day function. The fragrance of flowers spreads only in the direction of wind, but the goodness of a person spreads in all directions. With glee in our hearts, we cordially welcome Mr. K.J. Thomas. Sir, we are truly honored to have you amongst us. A cordial welcome to you, dear sir.
The more you take responsibility of your past and present, the more you're able to create the future you seek. It is a privilege to extend a gracious welcome to Reverend Father Vinod Kanath, the Provincial Bursar. He completed his religious education from Savidya College, Bangalore, Karas Bhavan, and from St. Peter's Pontifical Institute, Bangalore. He was ordained as a priest in the year 2004. Since 2004, he has been the procurator at Murmia Bhavan. On this great evening with the merging of minds, we welcome you, dear Father.
We would like to extend a hearty welcome to Reverend Father Joshi Philip, the manager of SFS Group of Institutions. We're able to see a very loving and affectionate father figure, an able, energetic, and experienced leader and administrator in the person of Father Joshi Philip. We are proud to have you as our manager. On behalf of the staff and students present here, we wholeheartedly accord you a very gracious welcome.
The biggest attribute to any success is hard work. There is no substitute for working hard. This hard work is embodied in Reverend Father Saju Jose, the superior of Mermere Bhavan, whose utmost dedication is inspiring. A warm welcome to you, dear Father.
One tree can start a forest. One word can frame a goal. One candle can wipe out darkness. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others is an art. Our principal, Reverend Father P.M. Lawrence, portrays endless care, guidance, and support, which has come to fruition on this day. With a thankful heart, we welcome you, dear Father.
We welcome you from the depth of our hearts, Reverend Father Dr. Santosh Kumar, Director of DSAIL's Music Academy, Reverend Father Roy Plato Tathil, the Principal of SFS Degree College, Reverend Father Victor Kajur, the Principal of SFS PU College, Reverend Father Jijo Manyakal, the Principal of SFS Evening College, Reverend Father Durai Swami, Priest in charge of St. Teresa's Church, Singasandra, Reverend Father Thomas Chirakat, the Director of Vikas Jyoti, Mysore, Reverend Father Lalu, the parish priest of OLS Church, Hebagodi. Reverend Father Bartholomew, the director of Pratiksha Boys' Home. Reverend Father Nirmal, the assistant parish priest of OLS Church, Hebagodi. Reverend Sister Pushpa, the headmistress of SFS Kannada Medium School, the rector, and all the fathers and brothers of Sividya College. We also welcome the fathers and sisters of other congregations. It is our ardent pleasure to welcome you all. We wish you a splendid time with us. Well-wisher is not a word, not merely a relationship. It is a silent promise which says, I was, I am, and I will be with you forever. With immense pleasure, I welcome our well-wishers, parents, and friends. We do cherish your partnership and collaboration in all our endeavors. Your esteemed presence amidst us today makes us feel proud.
I place on record a hearty welcome to our honored guests, the staff and students of other schools. Your presence truly motivates us. Welcome, dear teachers and friends.
The teacher who is indeed wise does not bid you to enter the house of his wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your mind. I take this opportunity to honor and welcome our dear teachers, who chisel and shape our lives and make us good citizens of the society. They work hand in hand, day in and day out, to bring success and glory to SFS year after year. We express our debt of gratitude to each one of you as we extend a very hearty welcome to all of you.
Behind the success of today's event are the great people who do common work uncommonly well. I would like to welcome our non-teaching staff for their hard work and unwavering support. I graciously welcome you.
Children are the world's most valuable resource and its best hope for a future. Yes, dear friends, you are the gifts of God, the precious pearls of the society, and the building blocks of our nation. SFS Academy and its manifold activities revolve around you, and today is your day. Welcome, dear friends. In the end, I once again welcome our guests, dignitaries, parents, and well-wishers for your presence here at DESAFIO 6.0. We look around the stage and are in awe with the collected expertise gathered here. We are deeply honored to welcome you. Your presence has truly added luster to today's events.
We wish you all a very pleasant evening with lots of fun and enjoyment.
Thank you, dear Vrajan and Harshit, for welcoming our guests. Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path, says Psalm 119, verse 105. To illumine today's function with God's everlasting guidance, may I request the President of the function and our Provincial, Reverend Dr. Benny Kotanal, the Chief Guest, Mr. Lakshmi Narayana, the Guests of Honor, Mr. K.G. Thomas and Reverend Father Vinod Kanat, Provincial Bursar, the Manager, Reverend Father Joshi Philip, the Superior of Mermia Bhavan, Reverend Father Saju Jose, and our beloved Principal, Reverend Father P.M. Lawrence, to kindly step forward to light the lamp. The mouths of the righteous utter wisdom, and their tongues speak what is just. Says Psalm 37, verse 30 in the Bible. I now request the president of the function and our provincial, Reverend Dr. Benny Kutanal, to address the gathering with his inspiring words.
Respected Chief Guest Lakshmi Narayan, Reverend Father Lawrence, the principal of SFS Academy, Reverend Father Joshi Philip, the manager, Reverend Father Tony, the administrator, the teaching faculty, and my dear students. I'm very happy to be present here for this annual day, DESAFIO 6.0, celebrated by the SFS Academy here in our campus. The excellence of an educational institution always depends on the passion of its founding fathers, the existing management, the commitment of the teaching and non-teaching staff, and the collaboration of our children along with the leading lights of the institution. I'm extremely proud that we are making a great stride through the years in order to see light beyond limits, a vision that can never be darkened again, borders that need to be breached by commitment and surrender. And SFS Academy is never lagging behind in excellence, commitment, love, and service. Congratulations, dear Father Lawrence and the school management, for your dedicated commitment for the growth and the well-being and the overall development of our children. My dear parents who are seated here, I'm extremely proud that your children have got a wonderful opportunity to educate themselves in this marvelous institution. This is naturally a Christian institution run by MSFS fathers, missionaries of St. Francis de Sales, with a special commitment to love, serve, and to surrender. One of the things that you would notice wherever you go, may it be a church or a temple or a mosque, you would find one thing. All these worship places, are highly made up with pinnacles. A church would have a high pinnacle, a temple equally the same, and even a mosque. Why so? This had been one of the questions that had been going through my mind for many years. Why the pinnacles of the churches, the temples, and the mosques are so high? We just can't see on the parallel level their top, but we have to really lift our head high and look up to it. The Bible would give a beautiful explanation for that. The Bible says, God dwells on the mountains. In order to look up to a higher perspective of your life, to see God above, you need to lift your head upward and look up. There is nothing that can save you forever here on earth. Looking downward will only make you depressed. Looking parallel will make you only equal. But looking upward will make you to transcend the limits that are made by the human priorities. And this is exactly what we try to do in our educational institutions run by the missionaries of St. Francis de Sales. Helping our children, I say, your children are our children, helping our children to look beyond the borders of their human limitations, to breach the barriers, and to transcend the human limitations by surrendering themselves to a higher power that is God, who can infinitely be benevolent, kind, and compassionate to them. Your children are in safer hands. Your children will be taken care by our fathers and the teaching faculty who are equally benevolent fathers and mothers in their attitude and in their compassionate approach would be always a big gesture of offering themselves for the growth of your children. One thing you need to do is this. Once your children are back from the academic institution, from the school, you have a higher responsibility to keep their head up. Your personal lifestyle, your exemplary lifestyle, the words that you speak, the life that you lead, the way you move about would have a telling impact in the life of your children. They need still borders to breach so that they can keep their head high and see the infinite possibilities. Educational institutions like the SFS Academy will only enhance the beauty of your child and make him or her someone who is beyond the limits. I wish the SFS Academy, especially this annual day, DESAFIO 6.0, God's abundant blessing and the wonderful performances of your children here should be a further step towards breaching the borders to lift their heads high and see the infinite possibilities before them. God bless. Thank you.